Alright, so in this video I will be correcting the Lesson 5 exit ticket, and remember that it is talking about relative frequency tables and relative frequency histograms. So let's begin by figuring out what the total number of items sold is, because that's what we're going to divide by each time. So I have 2 and 1, that's 3, 3 and 4, that's 7, 7 and 10, that's 17. I might write it down just so I don't forget. 17 and 5 is 23. Add 3 is 26, and then 26 and 2 is 28 total. So that's going to be our dividing number each time. So what's the total number of items sold? 28 total items. And then, of course, they have various prices. That's what we're finding the relative frequency of. So it wants us to complete the relative frequency column. Remember that we could have used a calculator to do each one of these. So this one's going to be 2 divided by 28. This one should be 1 divided by 28. 4 divided by 28. Remember, it's just the frequency divided by the total. And so as we go down, that bottom number that we divide by doesn't change whatsoever. And so now the tricky part comes in. We've got to get these into decimal form by dividing, and then we'll change them over into percents to get the relative frequency for each one. So let's go ahead and start doing this together just to make sure we've got it. So we've got 2 divided by 28. That's going to be 0.071. Then we've got 1 divided by 28. I bet it's going to be about 3 or 0.03. Yep, so we've got 0.03. And then we have to round here. The 5 is the last digit. Use the 7. It tells us to round it up. 0.036. Right, 5 or more, it's a 7. Give it our score. Next one, 4 divided by 28. We get 0.143. Again, rounding up. We have 2, but the 8 tells you to round it up. And so I continue on. 10 divided by 28. That would be 0.357. This time the 1 tells you to leave the 7 alone. We have 5 divided by 28. So we have 0.179, another round up situation. 5 tells me to round the 8 up. Let's keep going. 3 divided by 28. This one would be 0.107, 0.107. No rounding necessary because it's not higher. And then 2, we've already done that one. We got 0.071. So for every one of these now, we want to go ahead and get these changed into percents. So think of it as this is 71 or 7.1 hundredths, like this. So that means it is 7.1%. So for my next one, that would make this one 3.6%. Next one after that, 14.3%. 35.7, cram my percent sign in here, percent. We have 17.9%, 10.7%, and then finally again 7.1%. So now let's actually use these to start making some calculations. So this part's done, this part's done, okay? And we've rounded each of these to the nearest thousandth, because we did 3, that means 3 places after the decimal. Great. All right, continuing on. So what percentage of the items that Hector's mom sold were sold for $15 or more, but less than $20? So that means $15 or more, but less than $20. So that means less than here. So it means it's in this range. So it looks like 35.7%. So we would say 35.7% sold for more than 15, but less than $20. So there we go. We've got our final answer. Wasn't too hard of a question compared to some of the other ones you were asked yesterday. We've got all of our parts complete and corrected.